So we have learned how to create and fill a standard internal table. Let's have a look at how we would use that data line by line. Now, our internal tables are just tables that are held in memory and similar in many respects as tables that we hold in a database. So let's take a look at how we can read through the records of an internal table line by line using a loop. The way we access the records of an internal table is different to how we access records of a standard ABAP dictionary table. Instead of using the select statement, we will use the loop and end loop statements. The loop and end loop statements are very similar to the select and end select statements, in that we start our record selection with a loop, include any ABAP code we want inside the loop to process the records that we have selected, and then we end our loop with the end loop statement. So let's take a look at how this works with an internal table that has a header line. And I'll change the screen to bring up the header line examples we've used in previous videos. Okay, we have our original example where we are using a select statement, using the append statement to add the records to the internal table, and then we do have a write statement just to help with debugging, but I'm going to remove that. So let's have a look at how we would write this loop statement. It's very simple. We will start with a loop and we say we're looping at our internal table, which is iTab01. We then add code inside our loop to do whatever we want, maybe updating records in another table or writing out to the screen and so on, or maybe just performing calculations. And then once that's done, we have the end loop. So when we access records of an internal table using a header line, each record gets transferred one record at a time from the body of the internal table into the header line, so that we can then work with the header line to do what we want. As you can see, it's very simple and easy to understand. So now we have our loop. Let's fill some code in, just here, so that we do something with the data. So we're just going to write it out to the screen. And it's as simple as that. Let's pretty it up. So as you can see, it is very similar to how we have used the select statement a little higher up. We select our records, we process the data, and then we finish the select. Let's have a quick look in a debug session to see how the header line gets filled and used within our loop. So we'll activate the code, stick a breakpoint on, and execute. So the select statement has already been processed. As you can see, we have, let's see, 5 records. And you can see the header line has still got the 5th record already populated. But when we process our loop statement, we start to loop through the table one record at a time, starting at the first record. And what will happen is this record will get copied to the header line, and then we access the header line with our write statement to write the individual fields out to the screen. Let's go one line at a time. So as you can see, the first record has been copied to the header line. And when we have statements to work with this type of table, they will always access the header record. Have a look at the screen. Amy Jones. And so on. I'll zoom through. There's the output. Real simple stuff.